got the juice.
Still got the juice. Jacina Love. We're here with Skitx.
Somewhere.
Yo, Bay Area's own, baby. What
area? Like that. Tell the people that Funny Water is about.
Oh, I love that. But what was most interesting was how inspired you've been from the East Coast music.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful, although you had the inspirations from the West Coast.
Of course. But no, I definitely took a lot of inspiration from the East Coast.
And the fact that it started out with poetry. Please talk to me about this because I love the arts of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've always been a good writer. And probably ever since I was in middle school and, I learned English and, you started learning how to write and read and everything, started teaching you. Basically just teaching you everything you're supposed to learn. And eventually I started finding my skill, my passion for reading and finding my passion for actually writing and the English language or how you can manipulate it. And then I started making poems, and throughout high school, I would make really good poems. I would say them in class, sometimes to teach.
So you already have the presentation and
yeah, I would practice. I would use my class as a platform to build up that skill to present in front of people.
And hold on, you hear that word? I used my class as a platform. Yeah. If only so many other of us could use our classrooms as platforms. Yeah. Keep going.
Okay. So my high school teacher, I miss her so much, Miss Abella. I'll never forget her. She was so nice. She was so nice. She loved me to death. She would have me come up eventually and just randomly do a poem. If the class got quiet and there was nothing going on, she was like, hey, I know you got something written. Why don't you come do something for it? And I just go up there and I'll do something and literally get a standing ovation from the whole class until eventually I was standing up on stages and doing poems. My brother came across this and he was like, yo, bro, you could write. He said, nah, you can write. You need to get in the studio. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, nah, you need to get in the studio and rap. I was like, secret, I already know how to rap. But I'm not telling nobody I know how to rap. That's not a part of me that I wanted to show yet. But, once he got me in the studio and I saw the process of everything and learned how to record and, put the music to the beat and everything. And I started.
So you learned how to record, so you was doing
engineering.
Now, which another interesting thing, because this is community for me.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you could turn to your community.
Yeah.
It was like a local community center, right?
Yeah.
Recording.
Yeah, it's Coventry out of West Oak.
Super awesome. I wish we had more of those.
Yeah, the Cove. We have a couple of them out there, but the Cove was my first studio that I went to as a kid and growing up in there. And I got to see a lot of cool people come from out of there. Great creators, great artists. Everybody, like you said, it was a community. It was
That's right. That's right.
Built a brotherhood amongst these people, and they taught me as much as I know now. I took that and I went somewhere else with it, and I just expanded on it. So Coventry. Shout out Coventry. West Oak Coventry, man. If y'all still up and running, I'm gonna slide through one good time because it's been a cool visit, man. For real, it's been years since I've been there. Because eventually I ended up elevating and moving on in life, and we ended up in East Oakland, where I'm from. Started going to Youth Uprising there. Youth Uprising itself has a indoor studio built it, and it was donated by Too Short. So you got this incredible plus. I mean, it's beautiful in there when you first walk in there. You're like, yo, this is in here? Like full-blown studios, recording studios, band rooms, all the equipment that you can ask for, Mac computers. It didn't matter. MIDI keyboards, everything. It was all set up and ready to go. And I made my first album, maybe my second album there, and it was titled "Welcome to Skitx World Toxic City."
Wow.
That album got picked up, and that's a story on its own. I don't know. I don't know how much time we got.
We have all the time. Go ahead, tell us about that getting picked up.
That album got picked up, and it was a contract that was given to me by this label. I'm not going to throw out nobody name nothing like that, but What's up, bro?
Feel the dead pause real quick.
What's up, bro?
Yeah,
man. What's good with it?
Still got the juice.
Yeah, I still got the juice.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You ain't knocking me off my pivot, man. Nah, real talk though. Basically, I'm a young guy. I'm like 19 years old. I'm just pushing my music and everything. I'm all over the place. And he reaches out to me one night through email. And, we had already chopped it up. We already done talked a few times. So I'm kind of familiar with him. He let me know what he had planned. He's trying to put together a team, and he got the management on lock. He just need an artist that's ready to go. Everything was mastered, everything was pressed, everything was good on my end, and all you gotta do is pretty much sign the contract, and we can go ahead and put you in stores. It's supposed to be a distribution deal. Turns out he makes it a recording distribution deal, which puts it into a agreement to where he could take my music, send it to another master, if you want to say, and remake a master, which is another version of a song. Anytime something's mastered, that's a different version of your song.
Yeah, but
Get it
you're
confused.
this story.
All right, so that's a different version of your track. Now he has this version of my track, and he wants to put this on the album. Does it to all my music. The music comes back, and it's on CDs. Everything's good to go. I'm excited. I'm thinking we all straight. Listen to the music. I sound like Mickey Mouse. Everything is going fast as hell. I was like, yo, what's wrong with this? You feel me? I'm thinking that I'm losing my mind or something, but nah, man, he messed up the track completely. They don't know what happened. He never even listened to it. I had to bring it to his attention for him to find out what happened. Long story short, tried to perform it a couple of times, couple of tracks. It wouldn't work out, and I just fell back from them, and I let things go until I guess his CEO of the company reached out to me. And he was like, yo, man, what's going on? Why ain't you pushing the music, bro? You know, like, you're not doing your job. You feel me? And I'm like, well, this is what happened. You know, once I relayed the information to him, he fell back. He was like, I'm sorry. I apologize. That wasn't the contract that I sent him. He altered their contract and made his very own version.
Wow.
Yeah. So small project, about $5,000 went into it. Nothing came out of my pocket, luckily, except for, you know, the fact that I made my music, and that was my process.
I mean, a lot went into it,
Yeah,
but
you know what I mean. But you know, time went into
right.
more than
That's right.
you know what I mean.
And talent.
And talent, and you know, a lot of persistence and believing in yourself to create something that you think somebody's going to take care of. Can't put your art in everybody's hands. You know, well, sometimes you just gotta.
And what you learned from that experience?
At the time, I didn't know what to learn, honestly. But now that I'm older, I learned that I was marinated as it was put on me. You know, as I've talked it through and had, you know, the brotherhood come to me, elders come to me, and people just really let me know what was going on at that time in my life. I learned that I was, one, too young. I was too eager. I wasn't ready. I wasn't educated. I wasn't nowhere near where I needed to be in order to be a part of that game.
Wow.
That's what that meant. As ready as I was, talented, educationally, I wasn't there. Because if I was, that wouldn't have happened to me.
What I love about this is that you're saying I. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying, well, they.
Yeah.
Well, I won't ever do this. I won't do that. No, I wasn't ready.
I wasn't.
And timing is key.
It is.
And you went into acting, comedian.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of things going. So acting was that was my movie Kicks.
Kicks, yes.
Yeah, Kicks 2015.
And you did a documentary.
And I did my own
I
documentary.
have a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
So with that documentary, it was something about gun violence. Being a rapper,
Yes.
you're in this documentary about gun violence. It's specifically talking about the effects on the community, on people. How do you feel being in this game right now, where I feel like the guns are being used as fists right now?
Well, you perfectly put it just now. The guys are being used as fists and as words. You know, I come from a community where gun violence is all ranking. It's just high. This is what it is. It's, you know, and at one point in time, hip hop wasn't a gang banging thing. It wasn't a violent thing. It was a fun thing. You know, it was just a way for ethnic people to express themselves and have fun. You know, and you know, fight against oppression. That was that was our way of expressing. And now it's become this cesspool of gangbanging. You know, the reason why I gravitated towards East Coast music so much is because it wasn't so much of that. California, I got Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, I got NW, I got everybody.
Yo, one of the first pictures with guns and rappers, it was coming from that time.
That's all. So it's like, it make it hard for me as a hip hop artist to even defend it, because it's like, damn, you know, you came from the side where they even started it all. You feel me? So how are you going to be the change in the music and the genre and the area that you come from? Because that's all I hear. That's all I heard. And I didn't want to make music that would cause someone to go out and do the wrong thing, because, you know, music is influential. We go off what we hear.
That's right.
And I never wanted to be the reason why someone would commit suicide, commit murder, robbery, or anything insane except for caring for someone or trying to take care of themselves. So yeah, the hard part is understanding that with the gun violence, it's become a trend. It's more of just everyday life within the industry now. It should never be like that. That's two separate entities. Street life and industry life should be completely separate. You should, if you're an artist and you're a person who grew up in the suburbs or somewhat of the hood, and you just wasn't that kid out on the block acting all crazy, and you wanted to live a normal life, and music happens to be your passion, and now you out here and you trying to pursue music, and all of this is going on, it'll make you stand back.
Definitely.
You know, it'll make you think twice. But there's a key to that. Know your route, know your lane, know where you're going, and stick to it, because you attract the people that you gravitate towards. You attract the people that you act like.
I love it.
So be yourself. Won't nobody bother you.
Yo, you came through. I mean, super, like, just the knowledge in you, the vulnerability. I always talk about that when an artist is in here and they're vulnerable and they're able to talk about what rappers shouldn't talk about.
Yeah.
I love to be here and I love to see it.
Oh yeah, man. I'm a Black Panther at heart. I'm from Oakland, California. If you think I ain't gonna
Yeah.
stand up and tell you what to do, then you got me bent.
So now 2023, what are we expecting from you?
2023, expect a whole lot of shows. Expect a lot more marketing. You're gonna see me all over the place. So New York is the grounds right now. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't about to say I'm gonna just take over me a new king of New York. I ain't, nah, but y'all gonna see a whole lot more of me, man, out here, and just expanding the name, expanding the brand. Lil Skitx, and came from the West Coast, and been out on the West Coast. You know, I was a small buzz out in my neighborhood, out in my home and everything. And I just wanted to make myself bigger than what I knew I could be, because unfortunately where I'm from, they don't want you to sprout. They don't
That's
want that,
right.
They don't want that flower to bloom. And that's almost anywhere you go. You feel me? You got to get out in order to broke out. You
Yeah.
feel me? So that's the goal right now.
Sad but true in a way.
You know, it's true. But definitely look out for us this year out here. Definitely, we got more shows coming.
And shouts to Connecticut P. What's the label?
CPR Studios, Connecticut People Records. My man Young D up in the building with me. You feel me? You know, you want to get your music produced right, mixed right, sounding good. It almost sound like it got mastered.
Not like Mickey Mouse.
Definitely not like Mickey Mouse. Ain't got you out here trying to keep up with the track. You know what I'm saying? Y'all slide through, man. Definitely out in Hartford, baby. You know what I'm saying?
One more thing. When you hear "Still Got the Juice," what comes to mind?
I'm thirsty.
Oh. And he's here, and he gonna get it.
Hey, Lil Skitx, man. We up in this bitch going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got the smiles on deck. You hear me?
Yo, Skitx.
Yeah.
We're waiting to see what's to come.
Now and never. EP
Bang.
and album coming soon. Y'all check that out. It's gonna be on all platforms. We got some hot music coming for y'all this year. I'm serious.
Can't wait.
Oh my God.
I can't wait. Yo, Still Got the Juice, baby. We out of here.
Holla.